for Bruce.
I think I have a flashlight app on here. Yeah, this would be the first thing that went dead in the zombie apocalypse is everyone's cell phones. I mean, and you know, people would be using it for like smart stuff. They'd be like trying to beat one more level of Angry Birds or something. Flashlight. HD. No, I'm not going to update now. I'm going to buy it. Please give us 5 stars. Holy shit, that's awesome. Yeah, this thing will last 5 minutes in the aftermath. All right, I'm going to read chapter 9. This is back to Jennifer Shaw. As you can see, there'll be like, I don't know, 5 or 6 characters, and I'll bounce between them. In the middle of the shuffle, one never knew where the victims came from. There was the distant smell of fear, the gurgling sounds of hungry rage, an excited quickening of the pace, the tottering stampede. If the living put up a fight, which Jennifer always hoped they would, the fallen members of the shuffle would appear on the pavement with their heads bashed in. Sometimes their arms and legs would still be moving, clutching and kicking at the feet sliding by, tripping up the dead. There were no lucky zombies on her way to this feed, no souls spared the waking nightmare, no gunshots, the promise and hope of a stray bullet. Just someone who had gotten in the way, had stumbled or become cornered. A few screams while they were still able to, and then the maddening smell of blood and meat. Part of Jennifer hoped the meat was gone before she got there. She was most happy when the other half of her mind, the mad half, was starved and weak. That half might rage while the rest of her cowered in relief. The hunger would grow intolerable, but she wouldn't have to watch herself eat. This was not one of those times. A mother with her son, neither had been swift enough to get away. Jennifer screamed silently as she fell beside the fat man with the flopping ear and began to feed. She tried to look away, to look anywhere, but her body was locked, wide-eyed on the still-warm flesh, on the purple ropes that came unknotted from the belly. A young boy torn in two, a mother's face jerking, mouth open, eyes unblinking, staring up at the clouds overhead. The warm and tangy taste filled Jennifer's mouth, blood running down her throat, down her chin. The feeling in some dark recess of her soul, a flash of joy, the radiance of a hunger sated, emotions from the black side of her bleeding over into the old self that remained. Her hands pawed through the woman's remains, dozens of other hands fighting, teeth gnashing, a leg dragged away by several others, the flesh between pulled apart like silly putty before snapping. Jennifer was forced to witness it all, to smell it and consume it. She bit into a length of intestine, raw shit in her mouth, and still could not physically gag, could not emotionally recoil. She tried reciting the alphabet backwards, tried singing out long-forgotten songs in her mind. She repeated the first few lines of the Canterbury Tales, but what was stronger than this? What mental effort could silence the gluttonous undead, could overpower the stench of an open body, the taste of human waste? The rest of the shuffle crowded in, jostling her, rubbing up against her flesh, fighting for scraps. Jennifer urged these competitors forward. Eat, eat, she cried to herself. They were all she pulled for. Her own body was the enemy. Excellent, people are leaving. She and the fat man fought over an unidentifiable scrap. He was larger and won. She watched the red prize spill from the open wound on his neck, empty and yellowed teeth chomping on nothing, a satisfied vigor in dead limbs. And the awful truth, the glaring obviousness of it all finally struck her. Jennifer's gaze met the fat man's, their eyes locking for a moment, and she saw, somehow, through that soulless window and into the mind beyond. Past the blood-smeared face, the happy chewing, the twitching arms, was a frightened man, trapped, terrified, imprisoned like a passenger in that roaming form, looking out like a frightened child between the cracked blinds at the scary world beyond. It wasn't just her. And with an explosion of clarity, the entire shuffle came to life around her. She thought of the thousands of trapped souls scrambling for sanity, clutching the past, forced to watch what they'd all become. And the crushing blow of this was like a bat to Jennifer's head. There was a man in that fat face with its hideous wound. A man like her who remembered this city, remembered what they used to be. Jennifer wanted to call out, to wave, but didn't know how. And she wondered if he knew. Was he scared of her? How bad were her own wounds? She couldn't know. And in the same instant that Jennifer Shaw realized she wasn't alone, she felt it more powerfully than ever before. They were all alone, all in their individual hells. No escape, no way of even saying, I see you in there. That's like, just people in the video, that's a lot of clapping for 3 people. So, I'm shocked y'all are all still here. Does that, I mean, should I keep writing this shit or should I?
Yes!
My mom's over here like embarrassed. What does my best friend think about all this?
Awesome.
You like it?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Congratulations.
You're a sick
So,
fuck.
I am a sick fuck. Actually,
Better on paper.
no, I was going to deny it, but I guess I am a sick fuck. I came up with all this stuff, but I like to think I'm only sick in my head and not in my actions. So I keep it contained. I want to thank everybody for coming out. We probably have a few minutes if anybody has questions. Some of you came all the way from Australia.
Some of you.
Anybody, I mean, I wish I could tell you all the shit that's going on right now, but I can't name drop until we have
You
something
can
signed.
mention though. There's movie deals.
Yeah, we got
It's fun.
They're deals.
we got a couple of movie offers for the Wool series and a TV offer.
Nice.
We're still waiting to hear back from this one duo that if they're on board, I don't even care if it gets made or anything. I'll just brag that these 2 people signed on.
They like me.
They've got Academy Awards between them. It's nuts. So.
What you got?
For foreign languages.
Yeah, we've agreed to terms in 3 foreign countries. We're at auction in the UK right now. 5 major publishers are bidding, and we've got offers coming in Spain,
Audiobook.
Germany. The audiobook's being produced. Yeah, and like I have absolutely no free time.
Who's reading the audiobook?
Minnie Good, she's an actress and comedian out in LA, and she did a really awesome audition, so we're excited about that. And I wanted to get Will, he actually reads audiobooks now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl though.
I didn't know they actually auditioned audio readers. I thought you just like give some old British guy a book.
Yeah, I was going to do British, but I don't know, that wouldn't make quite sense for Will, but I love it. Yeah. But yeah, well, I don't know what we did audiobooks right now. I've been trying to, Twitter him or tweet him to get involved in this project.
He's on Google Plus a lot.
Oh, is he? Okay, I'll try that. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for coming out. I'll finish all this
Nice
shit.
job.
Which book is that?
Once you turn off your phone, the lighting on this is fantastic. It's off light.
Oh, was it cool?
Oh yeah? It looks great. She's on more.